When I first saw the movie Supercell, within the first 10 minutes of the movie, I was very much intrigued because one thing that I noticed is that they use regular people. And what I mean by that is that they use a nurse, they use a FedEx driver, and they use a drug dealer, and they use a guy that just came out of prison. Now these are regular, normal people that doesn't know nothing about religion. They doesn't know nothing about Christianity. These are regular people that don't even know that they have power. They don't even know it. And that's one thing that I loved about the movie. And I speak on that a lot. I always say that God's chosen people are the ones that you least expect. And I noticed that they use it, the sickle cell trait. Now, if you look at, I don't really know much about sickle cell disease, but I do know that it's a trait. And I do know that it comes from a lack of oxygen in the blood. And sickle cell, it can come from being anemic. It's a lot of traits when you talk about sickle cell. And one thing that I've noticed about these powers, I noticed that it was certain ones that used their powers for good, and there were certain ones that used their powers for bad. Just like God chosen people have powers, Satan people has powers too, right? And they both have the same powers. It's just that one used their powers for good and the other used their powers for bad. And one thing that I noticed is that these people didn't know that they had these powers until it was needed. And just to let y'all know, we are all born with powers. We are all born with powers. It's just that we don't know, and we are not aware that we have powers because of this dimension and this realm that we in, and the fact that we are under a curse. We don't know that we have powers. We don't know that we were actually born with these powers. And the fact that we is in this shell of a body, this shell is also a curse because it is hindering us for who we are. So this is why I say we need to really get to know who we are spiritually. And a lot of the powers that these people had in the movie, we actually have those powers. Because if you go down on a lot of my videos, I talk about how we are the same as X-Men. Before we got invaded, who we really are, before we got invaded, we didn't have a language. We didn't have none of that. We had telepathy. We could move things. This is why when the Anunnakis came on planet Earth, they seen all this beauty because we created it. And until this day, they still don't know how these pyramids were built. They don't know how none of these big buildings and monuments was built because we could build them, not by hand, but we could use our minds. When I talk about how women used to have babies out of energy and men wasn't needed, we can use our minds to create babies. And the babies that we had were not human babies. Human beings came into place when the Anunnakis invaded us. That's when human beings came discovered. But before the Anunnakis came to our planet, women didn't have human babies. We didn't have a baby coming out of our vagina because our hymen covered it. And it wasn't even considered a vagina at the time. We had energy babies. That means that when a woman have a thought, she would use her energy and the sun, and we would create a seed, and we would plant the seed in the ground, and we would leave the baby in the ground and let nature raise it, and it would come out to be a tree, and it could be anything. And the animals that was around us, they could talk our language, and we understood each other because we didn't have men to work for us. We had animals. The animals knew who we were, and we could talk to the animals, and the animals can talk to us, and we connected. So the women, we didn't need men at all. Men was created when the Anunnakis came. That's why in the Bible they say, let's make man in our image. It didn't say let's make man and woman in our image. It said let's make man in our image. So when the Anunnakis came, they created Abdul. They didn't create Abdul and Eve. They created Abdul. They created man in their image. This is why men have all this control over the woman, because men were created to dominate the woman, because the woman is actually the true God. The woman is actually the source. And the womb that we are in, because we are inside of a womb, we are inside of a woman. But back to the movie Supercell, because there's so much that I can say about the movie Supercell. All of the powers that these people had in the movie, these are powers that we really have. This is why we are in the year of the awakening, the great awakening. We are in the year of the Aquarius. We are in the year of the dragon. And next year, in year 2025, we are going to be in the year of the snake, because everything is coming forth. Everything is coming alive. Everything is being opened. The veil is being lifted. And like I say for a couple of years now, everybody is going to get revealed who they really are. So the curse is already lifted. This is the reason why a lot of us is waking up. A lot of us can remember who we are. A lot of us can remember these things. And the fact that we are seeing all of these movies, we were blind to these movies. But as you wake up, you're going to look at these movies and you're going to understand that all along, these movies have been telling us who we are and what we can do. And this is the reason why they are more afraid of us than we are of them, because our powers can dominate theirs, because they really don't have powers at all. They have been using sorcery and idolatry against us, and they have been using fear to keep us in fear of them, when really they are in fear of us. The same way our creator, our true God's chosen people have powers, Satan people have the same powers. But the thing about it is that their powers is not stronger than ours. Eventually you are going to wake up, and you are going to have powers that you is not going to be able to understand. You are going to see things, and you are going to move things. You are going to be able to understand things that you is not aware of, that has never happened. And the fact that this world, this earth, this dimension, this realm is aware that a lot of chosen people is about to wake up. They don't want you to know what's going on. So they is preparing the world for aliens. They is preparing this world for something supernatural, because they know that our true creator chosen people is about to wake up to their true powers. And the other remaining people that don't know nothing about this, they're going to try to convince them that it's something wrong with you. Because if you have these powers, if you look at the movie Supercell, and you wake up one day and you notice that you can read minds, you notice that you can become invisible, you notice these things, the world is going to tell the people that don't have those powers that you are alien. Something is wrong with you. And then they are going to create this whole thing in the world to make it seem like that the reason why you are the way you are because of what happened. And this is what we is headed into. The world is the 144,000. Listen to what I'm about to say. The 144,000 is about to be exposed. The 144,000 is going to get exposed before the Antichrist. A lot of people keep thinking that when the Antichrist comes, then the 144,000 is going to get revealed. No. Before the Antichrist comes, the 144,000 chosen beings is going to get revealed for who they is. They're going to get all their powers back. They are going to know. Now, we still going to look the same. You're going to wake up one day and you're just going to feel different. You're going to know certain things. You're going to be able to do certain things. But you are still going to be in the body that you are in, because the curse is now lifted. But what you don't understand is that it is nothing wrong with you. The only thing that is going on with you is that the curse is now off of you. You're going to remember where you came from. You're going to remember everything. It's like you're in a whole new world, but you are amongst people that don't know nothing that you know. This is the reason why we are spread it so far apart, because they don't want the chosen ones together. Because if all the chosen ones was together in one place, we could have been woken up, because we know what's going on and we can talk and we can feed off of each other energy, and the power and the energy that is in that space will spark, and we will instantly wake up and know who we really are. This is the reason why the chosen ones, the true chosen ones, the 144,000 is so far apart. And when you go outside, ain't nobody like you. And what's going to happen is we are going to wake up and we are going to realize that we are different. And what people don't understand is that when they see us, when they see who we are, we're gonna look the same. It's just that when we go into a certain situation or we go into a certain place, it is going to happen and you're not gonna know it. And for some of you who don't understand who you are, it's going to scare the living hell out of you. Because a lot of the chosen ones don't know that they are chosen. And a lot of us know that we are chosen. We're just waiting for our power to come back, because we are going to be the ones that lead the sleep ones to where they belong. A lot of them is not going to come with us. You know how they say that you can't get to the Father or to the Son? We are the Son. We is not the S-O-N. We are the S-U-N. We are the Son. We are the divine light. In order for you to get to our divine mother, you got to get through the Son. We are the Son. We are children of the Son. Our divine mother is the holy being that lives in us. In order for you to get to our divine mother, you got to get through us, because our divine mother spirit lives through us. It lives in us. And in order for you to be with our divine mother, you got to get through the Son. But on earth, they got it, Jesus Christ. You got to worship Jesus Christ to get to the Father. They fucked everything up. They lied about who we were. They lied about who we is, and they twisted it up. But it's not about the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Our divine mother is the true source. Our divine mother gave birth to us. We are children of the Son. The 144,000 are the true chosen S-U-Ns. And we are the only way that you are going to get to our divine mother. And when you look at the movie Supercell, when you look at the ones that had the powers, they used their powers for good. They wanted to save the world. And then the others that had the same powers, they was using those powers to oppress the people. So if you look at life for what it is, you got the people that is running this dimension that is using idolatry and sorcery and fear to control the people. And then you have the true chosen ones that is using right now just their words and their knowledge and wisdom, because knowledge is power. They are using their knowledge and wisdom and knowing to help the people. But eventually, these ones, these chosen beings that is using their knowledge, their wisdom, and they knowing to help the people, eventually they are going to get their powers back. They are going to be in the knowing of knowing who they truly are, and they're going to get all their powers back. And the fact that we are living in a dimension that is hindering us, even though we are getting our memory back, eventually our Son is eventually going to come back. And when our Son come back, we are going to remember all things. It's almost like we was in a sleep. It was almost like we was in a sleep and we have woken up to know who we are. So when we wake up out of this trance, because we are still in a trance, even though we is waking up. So when we wake up, when our names get called, because our mother is going to call us by our name. And when our mother call us by our name, this is what they mean by the thief in the night. When our mother call us by our name, it is going to wake us up. And we're going to know where we are. We're going to know that we are somewhere where we don't belong, and we're going to go back home. But the thing about it is that we have a mission to do before we go home, because we voluntarily came down here to help the sleep awaken so that they can come home with us. This is why we are here. We are here to help the sleep awaken, to let them know that they are under a trance. They are under a curse. And if they don't wake up now, they are going to experience a second death. This is the reason why we voluntarily came down here. And a lot of us is waking up to know who we are. And the movie Supercell, if you look at the movie Supercell and you look at the movie They Clone Tyrone, it always showed that it's people underground. You notice that? If you look at the movie Supercell, it always showed that it's people underground that is monitoring us. Now, if you look at the movie Supercell, the people that is underground, they was only monitoring the ones that had the superpowers. They wasn't monitoring the whole world. They was underground. And if you think about it, as above, so below, like they say Jesus Christ is watching you above, but who is watching you below? Because Jesus Christ is supposed to be this holy being that's going to come down and save the world. So if Jesus Christ watching his chosen people from above, then who is watching the chosen people underground below? And if you look at the movie They Clone Tyrone, they went underground and they had these black people that they was experimenting on, right? And these black people, they made it seem like that these black people were controlled beings. They were cloned. And if you look in the movie They Clone Tyrone, they showed that these beings that was cloned, they was inside of a freezer and they were asleep. And if you look at us for who we are asleep. Right now, all of us asleep. We is in a trance. We is in a dimension. We is in a realm. We is somewhere asleep being experimented on. And it is beings, it is people underground monitoring who you are and what you are doing. And as I was watching a movie, I was getting bothered in a way, because it was almost like I could feel the movie in me. It's like, because I felt like they are watching us, and they are watching the chosen people, and they are monitoring the chosen people and what we doing and how we doing. Now, if you look at the movie, if you look at TikTok for what they doing right now, they have banned a lot of pages. And if you look at a lot of pages, not all of them, but if you look at a lot of pages, these people are fully aware of what is going on all over the world. They are aware, and they can pick up on it, and they can dissect what is going on. And these people that is underground are watching these social media platforms, and they know who to target. Now, my thing is that why are they watching us? What are they watching us for? And it's almost like that they know who we are, and they know eventually that we are going to wake up, and we are going to get our powers back. This is why they're setting the earth stuff for these aliens. You see all this stuff going on all over the sky, because they are preparing us for aliens. They even have an army for the air, for the aliens. They are preparing the earth for aliens. They are preparing the earth for the supernatural thing to happen. And what's really going on is they is preparing the world for us, because they know that we are about to wake up. And they know that we are about to get our powers, and they know that we are about to be changed. So what they're doing is, the one that is not aware of what's about to go down, they're going to tell those people that we are aliens. But the same people that is going to be lying to the 90%, they have powers too. They're going to be using sorcery and fear and idolatry on them. And they're going to use those 90% that's asleep, and they're going to have them turn towards us, making it seem like that we are aliens, making it seem like that we are these crazy demonic spirits. And this is why I've been saying for a few years now that it is going to be a war on the saints. The great tribulation is the war on the saints. Because remember when we had the eclipse, and right before the eclipse happened, they was talking about people with these more face. Their face is going to be changing and shit. They putting it all out there because they really don't know. They really don't know how we are going to get our powers. They really don't know what's going to happen when we realize that we have our powers. They don't know. But all they know is that we are going to get them. They don't know when, but they know that we are getting our powers very soon. It can happen any given second. And the fact that they are making so many movies about it, they're making so many movies about it, we know that we are now in the season. And like I said before, the fact that we are in the season of knowing who we really are. This is not the time to have faith. This is not the time to have hope. This is the time to know who you really are and understand why you are the way you are, the way you is. Now, this is a very scary moment in time because everything looks like it's coming apart. The food is tearing, the war, and all of this stuff. But this is a great time for the chosen ones because the light is all on you, believe it or not. You are about to shine. But the thing about it is, you are shining because you are chosen. And the fact that you are shining because you are chosen, you are only chosen because you are now knowing that you are a chosen one of our true source, of our true creator. But the dimension and the realm that you was living in, they want you to think that there's something wrong with you. They're going to tell the rest of the world that something is wrong with you. But if you understand who you are, and you know who you are and why you are here, you will understand that you are the chosen one of our true divine mother and that you were sent here. And this is when you watch the movie, The Book of Clarence. The Book of Clarence also talk about that in the aspect. Because if you watch the movie, The Book of Clarence, Clarence was the one that was different than everybody else. He was different than the 12th disciple. He had his own mind. He could think for himself. He was not a follower. This is why Judas betrayed him, because he didn't think like the other 12. The other 12, they looked up to Judas. And they knew that Judas was strong. And they knew that Judas was the strongest one. But Clarence had his own mind to think. And Judas was jealous of Clarence because Judas wanted Clarence to be like him. Judas was so jealous of Clarence till he betrayed him. They even had Judas' own brother turn against his brother. So right now, the fact that you are a chosen one, the fact that you are about to get your powers back, we are going to lose everything. We're going to lose our family members. We're going to lose everything because the world is going to change on you. They're going to change on you because you are different. You are not perfect. You are different than the rest of the world. You have waken up to realize that you are not a part of this dimension. You are going to wake up to understand that you are not a part of this realm. And the fact that you are different and you are not a part of this realm, it stands you out. And when you was in a dream and in a nightmare, when you show the people that you are different, they are going to kill you or kick you out of the dream. And when you think about Jesus Christ and the aspect of who he wasn't perfect. Because he did say, don't worship me. He wasn't perfect, but he was different. And he tried to show and tell the other people that they can be like him. Don't worship him, but they can be like him if they just have faith in him and they can believe him and let him show them what they can do to be like him. But it was so many people that wanted what he wanted and they did not like him because of who he was. They killed him for it. So Jesus Christ was never perfect because you are Jesus. You are in the image of Christ. The Christ consciousness that you are about to get, Jesus Christ was not born perfect. Jesus Christ had to grow, had to learn how to get to that Christ consciousness, just like you are now. And when he got that Christ consciousness, it made him different from the rest of the world. And when it made him different, he tried to express to the rest of the world that the reason why he's different, because he got a new conscious level, and the God that they was worshiping, they believed their God, and their God convinced them that Jesus was not of them, that he was Satan, that he was something else, and they murdered him for it. And it took for when they killed him for them to realize that he was actually a chosen one. And this is what's going on right now. We are the true chosen ones. We are the true chosen beings. And what's about to happen is time is about to rewind itself. Once you realize who you are and get the great understanding of who you are, the God of this dimension is going to convince the people that it's something wrong with you. And you is in fact an alien. You are a demon. And the God of this dimension is going to convince these people to kill you. And they're going to kill a lot of us off. This is why it said, don't live for the future, live in the moment. Because you never know when your time may happen. And when they kill us, because a lot of us going to die. When they kill us, eventually they're going to find out that they have killed our true source, our true God's chosen people. Now, when they talk about all knees shall bow and all of this stuff, the reason why all knees is going to bow is because they're going to realize when they see us for who we are, they are going to bow down on their knees because they're going to be begging us to forgive them because they realize that they have killed God's chosen people, and they're going to realize that they have been worshiping Satan the whole time. It's not going to be Satan that is going to kill us. Satan is going to convince the people to kill us. And then after the people kill us, they're going to rejoice because they're going to think that they have killed the devil. They're going to think that they have killed aliens. They're going to think that they have just murdered people that is hindering them from their God. And they are going to rejoice. They are going to party. And eventually we are going to wake up. And then they're going to realize, oh my God, we just killed the true chosen people. And it is going to come to them that the God that they have been serving is indeed, in fact, Lucifer. And they are going to realize that the ones that they killed are indeed the chosen ones of our true Creator. And this is why when they see us, they are going to bow down on their feet because they are going to realize that they have fucked up. Because when everybody is looking for Jesus Christ to come out the sky, it's not going to happen. Our true Creator, our true source is going to reveal itself through its people. And when you look at the movie Supercell, you was watching our true Creator, our true source that is revealing itself through its people. Because our true Creator, once our true Creator, our true source reveal itself through you, you was going to want to save the world. And this is what they were trying to do. They were trying to save the world. And the ones that had the powers, the demons, they was using the powers and they was using it to hinder the world. So I need all of my chosen people to sit back and relax and get to know, continue to get to know who you are spiritually. Because it's going to take you. It's going to take you to save this planet. It's going to take you to save billions of people. All of them will not be saved because half of the people that is living amongst us is not even real. They are cloned. They are part of the program. It's not that many of us is down here that actually have a soul and a spirit. A lot of the people down here are not even real. They are not real. So we is not going to save everybody. But it's a lot of people down here that is looking for guidance, that is looking for a way to find out, to know the truth. It is up to us. We are really down here to save the people from this dimension. This is the reason why we are here. This is the reason why we would not be judged, because our true divine mother knows why we are here. Our true divine mother knows that we came down here with a purpose. A lot of the chosen ones right now, they don't know their purpose, but it's eventually going to come to them. And the fact that you got a lot of us now that is awakening up to knowing who we are, it is going to be a lot easy for us that when we get our powers, we're going to know what to do with them. So just to let y'all know, stay out of these hospitals. It is nothing wrong with you, because everything in this dimension, everything in this realm is designed to deteriorate you. They are going to lie to you. So stay in your faith and knowing. I know that it's not a lot of people that is not like you, and I get it. So eventually they're going to shut all of this shit down. They're going to shut TikTok down, because eventually when they know that the chosen one, that time is near, they're going to shut everything down, because the war has always been on the chosen one. It has never been on the whole entire planet. It has never been on all the people. These people, these demons are watching us underground. They are watching us underground, and they are kidnapping us. They are killing us. They are eating us. They are using our baby blood. They are making them. They are using us and watching us, because they want our powers and they cannot get it no matter what they do. They are watching us underground. As above, so below. So just stay patient, because our powers is definitely coming. Because when I looked at the movie Supercell, it was almost like my spirit was jumping up and down. And I feel it in my spirit that our time is already here. Our time is coming, and it's coming sooner than what you think. And this is the reason why the world is falling apart. Because the world knows that the chosen ones is about to get exposed. And they know that the chosen ones is about to get their powers. So the world right now is transitioning for this dictator, for this antichrist. Because we are going to get exposed before the antichrist come. Because the antichrist, when this antichrist come, the antichrist is going to change the people against us. That means that we are already going to be here. Because we are going to tell the people that the antichrist that they are serving is not our true God. And they're not going to believe us. Some of them will. And the one that is going to believe us, they're going to come with us when we transition. Because remember, we never die, people. So don't let fear hinder you, even though we are all still in fear a little. Don't let the fear hinder you. Don't let the fear mess up your judgment. Because at the end of the day, even if they kill us, we cannot die. We are only going to transition to who we are. If they kill me right now, my body is going to die. But my spirit is going to go back home and be where it's supposed to be. So that means I will never die. Some people, when you kill them, they are going to die. They are going to have a death. But for us, we don't have death. We never die. We don't know what death is. We don't know what fear is. Where we come from, there is no death. There is no fear. That don't exist where we come from. In this dimension, we have a disease called death and fear to keep us in that way, to keep us under control. So I know that I went on and on and on, but I just had to get this out. So I want y'all to keep knowing and keep understanding and keep educating yourselves. Try to be around people, which is going to be very hard. Try to be around people that can talk the same language as you, that can feed you the information that you need. And if you can't do it, do not get depressed. Stay amongst yourself and talk to yourself and ask our Creator to reveal things through you. Not to you, but through you. Okay?